Hey kids, welcome to Shapes in the Real World. I have pictures here, and you have to tell me what 3D shape is represented in that picture. It's a garbage can. Take a close look. Is it a cylinder, a pyramid, a sphere, a rectangular prism, a cube, or a cone? What would you say? If you said cylinder, you guessed it right. All right, let's go on to the picture of the mountain. What 3D shape is that? Is it a pyramid, a sphere, a rectangular prism, a cube, or a cone? If you said pyramid, you're right. Dun, da, da. Good job. Okay, on to the picture of the rocket. This one's a little tougher. What 3D shape would you say represents that rocket? Would it be a sphere, a rectangular prism, a cube, or a cone? Do-dee-do-dee-do. Da-da! If you said cone, you got it right. Good job. Okay, we have 3 left to choose from. My sphere keeps rolling away, so I had to put it in front of an eraser. Okay, next we have a box of cereal. Which shape would you say most represents a box of cereal? A sphere, a rectangular prism, or a cube? What would you say? What would you say? If you said a rectangular prism, you're right. Because look, if I stand it up now, can you see it? A box of cereal is a little bit wider, isn't it? Good job. Okay. How about some ABC blocks? We have a choice of a cube or a sphere, so it's obviously a cube. And then last we have a picture of a globe, which of course has to be represented by the sphere. See, it keeps rolling away on me. No, you don't, Mr. Sphere. You stay right there. Okay, good job, everybody. Shapes in the real world. Okay, now we're moving on to Mrs. Card's attribute blocks. These are 2-dimensional shapes. Okay, I want you to watch me move the shapes, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the shapes together to build a whole other shape. So watch me over here. A triangle plus another triangle. Oh, what new shape did I make? If you guessed a rhombus, you got it right. If I turn it this way, it looks like a diamond, doesn't it? So really, it's almost like I built 2 shapes, wasn't it? Okay, next I have a triangle and a rhombus. Can you guess what shape I can make out of a triangle and a rhombus? Okay, I'm going to put the triangle over here and the rhombus beside it. Put it together and da-da-da! What new shape is that? 4-sided shape. Two sides are straight, 2 sides are slanted. It's a trapezoid. Good job. Okay, next I have a triangle and a trapezoid. Can you guess another shape that I can make out of a triangle and a trapezoid? Let's see. If I put the trapezoid like that, and I set the triangle on top, can you see it? Can you see it? Ta-da! It's a really big triangle. Good work. Look at this. I have a triangle and a triangle and a triangle. What is that going to be? Can you guess that shape? Let's see. Put this over here. Put this over here. Look what I have so far. Looks like I have 2 mountains side by side. Do you see what I'm going to do with the 3rd triangle? You see where I'm going to put it? Right there. Look at that. It's like a puzzle, isn't it? What new shape did I just build? Trying to make it so that it's straight. A trapezoid. Good job. Okay, now I have a trapezoid and another trapezoid. Can you guess what shape I'm going to build out of those? Watch me do this. Watch. I just flip that trapezoid upside down. And now can you guess what I'm going to do with this trapezoid? I'm going to stick it right on top. And what 2D shape did I get? Count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got a 6-sided shape, which is a hexagon. Good job. That was fun. So, you know, if we were at school, Mrs. Card has oodles and caboodles of these attribute blocks. And I would give them to you and let you build all kinds of different shapes. But sadly, we can't do that. And that's okay. We did it together, didn't we, on the movie? Now, what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you some flashcards because we're going to move on to position words. Okay, that's what your math seat work is today. Learning about position words. So this little girl is in bed. She's under the blankets, and now she's out. And this little girl is on the table. You know what the opposite of on is? Off. Oh, she just jumped off the swing. Some of these position words are opposites. Some of them aren't. And looks like he's under the bed. But here he's over the bridge. Walking over the bridge. Over and under are opposites. And before. She is before the cat. Or he. I'm not sure. But in this picture, he's after the cat. So if you're standing in front of someone in line, you can say you are before them. And if you're standing behind someone in line, you can say you're after them. Okay. This little guy's jumping on the trampoline. He's above the trampoline. He's not even touching it, is he? But he's below the light. So above and below are opposites. In front of, that's a phrase, isn't it? Now he's in front of the chair. And now he's behind the chair. Behind. And she's gone, you know that big word? Through the tunnel. Through the tunnel, or through the house. And this is not an opposite, boys and girls. Now we're moving into words that don't have opposites. We just have to learn the positions. So this is the word between. Between. He's standing between the chairs. With is a position word because you can be with a friend. Position means where is the person. We know that word, don't we? Inside. She's inside the house. I would say the opposite of inside would be wet. Outside. But I don't have an outside card for some reason. Now this is an interesting word. This is the word, if you look, you should be able to see our spelling word again, and then you add ST to it and you get against. So this little guy is leaning against the fridge. Against. That's different, isn't it? And this is one of our spelling words too. Around. Around. They're dancing around the pole. And I don't think this is one of our spelling words, but it's an in a sleep word. And then the root word says You would expect it to say ONG, ong, but the O says mung. Among. She is sitting among some cats. Among. Good job. Okay, so today for your seat work, what you have to do is write in the correct word, the correct position word, to explain where the person is in relation to the background. So this is what the directions say. Read and fill in the blanks with the positional word. And I actually gave you a list of positional words on each page. So here you're going to use through, on, off, inside, over, and out. So you have to use those words to explain the position of the person in the picture. Okay, and make sure you write it on the blank. So for example, this one says, they are blank the, read the first three letters, cabin. They are blank the cabin. So there they are. Where are they in relation to the cabin? Are they through it, on it, off it, inside it, over, or out? Well, they're inside of it. So that's the word that you would write on the blank. They are inside the cabin. And then when you're done using the word grade 1, you should cross it off, okay? And then you have to do the very same thing for the next position, for the next page. Read and fill in the blanks with the positional word. And Mrs. Card gave you the list that you're to use. So you have to pick from between, against, over, above, behind, and under. Okay? So there's a very strong boy lifting some weights. That's what that word is. E-I-G-H says A. Weights. The weights are blank his head. They're not on his head. That's not one of the choices. You have to pick from between, against, over, above, behind, or under. What would make sense? Are they over his head or above his head? That's tricky. I think what you should do with that one is leave it, because it could be one of two. And you should do the other ones and see what you're left with, and then that will help you figure out what goes here. Okay? All right, have fun with that, boys and girls. Bye.